What is up, SmackNPie? SmackNPie here, and welcome back to another Five Nights at Freddy's video here on the channel. Yesterday, we did an amazing live stream where we reacted and analyzed, sort of break down the entire Five Nights at Freddy's plus tape number 6, breaking and entering. We did a reaction and we did so much good stuff together. If you have missed that one out, I'll put the link up here somewhere. But we managed to find out a lot of things, and we missed a lot of things that I was confident that the community will find. And here it is, everything put together, all the secrets that we found so far, including the audio ones. So, you know what? Without wasting any more time, let's go through each one of them. But first, let's take a look at the same trailer, but brightened. This will help us understand not only the story, but as well as where to look specifically as we're going to tackle the story and lore itself that is going on in Five Nights at Freddy's Plus. From what we've learned so far and what we have seen so far, it is quite evident that it is from an investigative journalist perspective, as it was written explicitly. They're here to investigate something. Now, if we look at the previous tapes, I would call them tapes at this point, it is quite evident that there are multiple characters going on, or at the very least, if we're going to control one, we now have a couple of perspectives. This is my theory, and I've said this in the live stream as well, that I believe there are 3 characters at minimum from the 6 tapes that we have seen so far. There is a child's perspective, who we'll talk about in just a second, who got. He got, unfortunately. That was the first POV, and then we've had an employee's point of view who got stuffed into Sue. Now, of course, you can argue and debate that that was a kid or whatever. I just like for multiple characters possibility, because to me that sounds a lot better than one character. That is something that I personally wanted out of Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, controlling multiple characters, and that is something hopefully Five Nights at Freddy's in future will tackle, but for now, this is the stage that we're playing. This guy breaks into Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria at night, and he has some mysteries to solve. 4 in specific. We have robots moving at night behind the pirates' curtains, of course, that is Foxy, but this guy doesn't know yet. He wants to know the mystery behind it. Then we got guards, or live bait, those security cameras. This is actually a really good question by him. Who are controlling, who is overseeing all these cameras? And finally, what's in that huge box? Now, we've seen a puppet mask in one of the offices. I would assume there are more than one office. Could it be? And that's all I have to say. Puppet inside a box, huge box, and then the 4th point is a box. What's in the box? Come on now, Phil, you're making it a little too easy for now. Then we got to look at some of the potential mechanics that we might be able to control and use to our advantage in this game. We have, of course, flashlight, we have cameras, and then we have new ghost detector. I believe one of the reasons that it says new is because it wasn't planned initially, but then it was later added. That's why it says new. So, well done, ghost detector. We got a glimpse of how that works, and we'll touch on it in just a second. Then you guys go through each of those mysteries one at a time. We're gonna wrap his perspective real quick. He goes around, sees animatronics do a little movements like Bonnie heads moving or Chica's eyes, Freddy himself, some potential Morse code happening on the ghost detector as well. Then Foxy playing around with this person. First he's not there, but alerting he's there, then later he shows up and whatnot. So overall, this guy, when he finally gets the hint that, you know what, he might be looking into wrong things or might be looking too much into things, and animatronics finally starts to go against him, finally make sure he knows that they're here, and they let him know their presence. This guy starts to make a run for it, and unfortunately it is too late as they get a hold of him. So, will there be more? We don't know yet. But there is one thing we absolutely know, that there are secrets hidden in there. So let's go through each one of them. Let's get through this. Let's see what do we got. We're not going to tackle the obvious ones like Foxy face, if you've brightened the image, or Freddy standing, or a puppet in the distance looking at you. We're not going to tackle that because it is quite obvious, and we've been through the Brighton video. We're going to go into details of the other aspects. So let's start with the reverse audio tape. Around 3.5 minutes mark, we get our showtime with these animatronics, but there's something that's going on in the background. some sort of tape. Well, on the live stream we figured out that if you reverse the audio and change the pitch as well as the tempo and slow it down a little bit, it's actually very intriguing. I'm gonna be taking a lot of discoveries from the subreddit of Five Nights at Freddy's, and we'll go through each one of them. Shout out to Kiwi091238. They said that their friends made a clean audio of this. Check it out.
Management, thank you. Make sure to get in contact with our intern to resolve them. Lastly, if there's any questions or issues regarding this notice, as we cannot afford to decommission any more characters this current time, it's in the best interest of everyone working at this establishment to follow these guidelines. Just have you couldn't worry that any unusual material left uncast. Don't touch, move, push, pull, manipulate, or tamper with cast in any way. Don't allow any foreign body watching your cast. Don't make any movement while in view of cast. Don't stand on elevated platforms used by cast. Don't make direct eye contact with cast. Don't stand in front of or directly behind cast. And for your own safety, always keep in mind the following guidelines regarding staff interactions with animatronic cast. To eliminate and all interactions between patrons and the main cast to only reliable and well-tested performance routines. All scheduled character shows and events are to be put on hold indefinitely. Due to the events that have transpired this evening. Notice to staff.
Wow, like really fascinating. So, of course, this is what you get when you reverse the audio, but it's actually in reverse, like the order of it, where they say, notice to staff, all scheduled character shows and events are to be put on hold definitely and all that. But the main point here, the story here, is actually really fascinating. There will be a theme in all of these secrets that tells us that an incident happened with one of the employees in this establishment, and afterwards it got nasty. Now, you might have noticed that they kept saying F. Obvious thought would be, of course, yo, that is Freddy. But it could possibly be Foxy. And well, the reason it could be Foxy is because, number one, he's quite active than others. He can't be seen anywhere, not in his cove or on the stage or around. He's just casually stalking. He's like the most aggressive one out of them all. So we're gonna hold on for this one for now. Let's get to the second secret, and that is another piece of corporate letter. Portion of an entire image showing up, which is, if you put together, it's kind of hard to make, but if you play around with it in Photoshop, you can actually make out what it says. Shout out to Ball Hexagon Ball, of course, they made a transcript of it. It says, a handyman has been called in to work on repairs for the surveillance camera that was damaged last night. Our intern has also already ensured the appropriate replacement of sensitive material related to your mistake. A clean video feed archive of Cam 1B, the dining hall of course, will be used as substitute for the missing portion of footage left on tape. We would like to remind you that, as current night watchman of the restaurant, you are required to notify us of any documented irregularities during your shift and provide us with the name and timestamp of the footage for prompt review. Keep in mind that although Fazbear Entertainment values the safety and comfort of our staff, we also value our company property just as much. Please make sure to take necessary steps to prevent accidents like these from repeating in the future. The cost of repairs and maintenance for Cam 1B will be deducted from your next paycheck. Thank you, management. So, of course, these are Fazbear Entertainment, the same people. I love that they're sticking to the characters quite well, so well done on that. So what happened with that cam? What just happened? This is the incident that caused that audio tape to all employees, and this is, of course, the incident that, from what we believe, caused a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's Plus events to transpire, and now we'll be controlling whoever will be controlling afterwards. After those events. Around 7 minutes, there was something that was going on with the timer, and shout out to Little Lego Guy. They found out that in the backwards time code it says, wake up, look around, audience greeting, small talk, friendly laugh, birthday jingle, start show, holiday special, safety protocol, maintenance control override, and all that stuff. But the real one happens down here. It says, ignore and, if possible, address before end of the year. That really caught my interest, as if the developer wants us to know that they're trying to put this game before the end of it. It could mean anything, alright? I'm just rambling at this time, but it was really fascinating that it even got found. So shout out to the community out there. They found this stuff fast. It is quite obvious that that incident in Cam 1B happened in one of the tapes. And it is also obvious that they're trying to take down any evidence regarding that incident. And then the private investigator is out here trying to do it and figure out what exactly happened, what is happening with these animatronics. There's of course the aggressor one, Foxy, then you have the 3 animatronic, and then you have the puppet, who doesn't belong here, not at least yet. But one of the chilling discoveries that we found out in the live stream was the conversation between the animatronic and the kid. So here's the conversation. It goes something like this. The party's over. Mommy's going home. Do you know when she'll take you back here again? I don't know. I need to find her. Do you really want to go home? I don't. What about you? But don't you want to watch them sing one more time? But they aren't moving. Not right now. They will move later. Sometimes I wake up during the night and watch them run around. I want to see that. Don't worry. I'm from here. You won't get into any trouble. Wow. Do you like stay over all the time? I used to, but not anymore. We can play games together, like hide and seek. That sounds fun. It is fun, but I need your help for this. What should I do? Follow me. So of course the theories are now gonna run wild, because the important bit here is that the follow me was shown on the Foxy when he was standing in the hallway. So it is telling that of course one of the kids, after the party was over, got lured into playing hide and seek in the restaurant, in the pizzeria. Unfortunately, we know what happens afterwards. So now with all that said and done, ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the biggest secret and the most toughest secret to crack, and it's kind of hard to explain, but let's go through it. So each video that they posted, 6 videos of course, each video description had a character or a number. They were keeping an eye on this of course, and during the video there were some more characters and letters like 6, Z, H, C, A. At first they meant nothing, and the chat kept telling me that it means something, but by the end I saw this sign that says $V equal. I immediately realized that that is actually a YouTube URL. So we put together all the description letters, then we put together all the characters that we found from the tape, and it was to no avail. And that's where I gave up. I was like, you know what, maybe we'll have more time later, we'll have more videos later, and we will figure it out. I went to sleep. I wake up, and bam, people have already found out the combination of it. So people found it through a different combination, but there's a real method in how to find and how to put together this. I'll put that link in the description. It is actually a lengthy one, not really, but TLDR, when you put everything together, it leads you to this video right here, 5 Freddy's plus B. Yep, it says help wanted, and here's the video. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, this was an insane ride. And immediately after this, of course, the creator of 5 Freddy's Plus posted bonus pictures of the animatronics. Bonnie, Chica, as you can see on your screens, incredibly nasty. Oh my god. Bonnie still gives me scares. I don't want to look at him. Get him out of there, Chafe. And then you got Chica, who is by far the most disoriented, and one of her eyes is just like, when she missed one of her eyes, whatever happened, like she lost or whatever, employees just put in Cupcake Chica eyes. That makes no sense. And Chef Cupcake is now a thing. Okay, where are we going with this? But this is like by far one of the best design in Five Nights at Freddy's community I have seen in a very long time. And with those pants, man, move. Then the second one, ladies and gentlemen, we have the ball pit and an arcade machine. Arcade machine belongs to Bonnie. Of course, you can see it's a 2-player thing, but it's out of order, unfortunately. And the ball pit, these two can actually be seen in the original video on one of the arts that was put on the wall. So this is a regular thing. Kids would love to play in these ball pits and these games, and then they would draw that art and put it on the thingy. So that ball pit, no. We don't want to get near it. And the last one, ladies and gentlemen, gives our first glimpse, for real this time, at Foxy. And this time he has no pupils, which makes him 10 times scary, because the aggression that he possesses, it makes sense for him to lose any sort of innocence that other animatronics would possess, because they still got children's soul in him. Because what we learned from Dark Deception is that if anything bad happens to any innocent soul, it becomes corrupt. And once it becomes corrupt, there is no stopping and there is no bound to the evil that they now execute in their actions. Ooh, that got dark, ladies and gentlemen. So that was all the secrets that were important, by the way, because I know there are other secrets that can be found, like the FNAF Plus second video. The text on the newspaper is actually in the description of that video that says local pizzeria at the center of controversy yet again. It's actually hilarious. I'll put all the links down in the description. This was an amazing, fun ride. Brings me so many memories, but I'm super excited for Five Nights at Freddy's Plus. Do let me know, guys, where do you stand in all this? We will be doing full coverage of all Five Nights at Freddy's Plus. If you guys want me to cover Pop Goes, Evergreen, or other fanverse games, and here on the channel we do cover a lot of FNAF stuff, so make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, follow me to Twitter at SmackNPie, and I'll see you in the next video. By the way, I put a lot of effort into this video, so a like would be appreciated. Thank you.